Hey everybody, Naka Teleeli here. This is the state of the channel address for the summer of 2011. A couple things I wanted to talk about, just with some information on the channel on its own. Explain to some of the new people how I handle things around here. If you're kind of familiar with how the channel works and don't really care to listen, I would like to at least suggest that you hold out until near the end of the video where I actually have some new things to talk about. Moving on though. As you no doubt have noticed, this is a Let's Play channel. A channel where I post videos of myself and occasionally Elemental Ogre playing through various video games and being somewhat not funny while doing them. So if you're looking for strict gameplay, no commentary, I suggest looking for a different channel. I tend to do Let's Plays of a little more obscure games. I try to do old school NES, Super NES, Genesis type games. Though recently, I've been doing a great deal more of PlayStation 2 games. I'm not object to doing more current games, but it is not what I want to focus on. I would like to go back to doing a little more old school games and some indie/doujin games. For those of you that came here through New Super Mario Bros. Wii, I do want to apologize. That kind of game really isn't the kind of game we usually do. We're certainly all for doing platformers and just some good old run-around fun games, but we generally don't do games that are quite that popular. Your Marios, your Zeldas, your Mega Mans, and the like. Also, to those of you coming from New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Silenoy will not be coming back. I know a lot of people have been asking for that, but it's not going to happen. After New Super Mario Bros. Wii was finished, she decided that though it was an interesting experience, she just wasn't fond of making Let's Plays and decided to step away from the whole thing, so she is done with the Let's Play scene. Now, on top of doing Let's Plays, I am actually a co-commentator on the Moonhawk Studios Presents podcast, so every Wednesday you'll see me post a short promo video for that. And if you're curious, I do have a secondary YouTube account called Dr. Godpants, where I will occasionally post some odd videos, they seem to have mostly been video game related thus far, that I don't think fit on the main channel. They're not Let's Plays per se, but I've done things like an enhanced version of the Poor Man speed run of Super Metroid. I've done a gearless, dash bootless, and wall jump bootless run of Bunny Must Die that I've put up there. So check that out if you think it's interesting. Now, as those of you watching We Love Katamari probably know, I've also constructed a forum just for myself to help out with the Let's Plays. I'll put some extra things there, such as in .hack.gu, I have the current equipment I'm using listed, what level I am, and my current affection with all of the characters, which is really out of date right now. This is actually where I'm holding the voting for We Love Katamari, where you can decide what stage I'm going to next and what I'm going to wear when I get there. Now, it started out just as a small thing intended to help out with the Let's Plays, but the forum has actually grown to be quite the community all itself. Now, aside from the forum, I also have a Twitter account where I'll post some odd bits of information from time to time, be it whatever game I happen to be playing in my free time at the moment, or more important things like why I haven't uploaded in a little while. Maybe I was having some problems. Maybe I accidentally deleted the recording. That's the kind of stuff I say on Twitter. Now, I'll put a link in the description to my other account, the forum, and my Twitter, so you should be able to find them all pretty easily. Now, I don't have many rules on this channel, but a couple things I think I should mention. The first being that I do not take requests. I am open to hearing about interesting games that I may not have otherwise heard of, but I do not accept requests. What this means is if you send me a message saying, hey, I think it'd be a great idea if you Let's Played this game, it's not going to happen, to be perfectly honest. I'm probably not going to do a Let's Play of that game. Now, when I say I'd like to hear about games that I might not otherwise have heard about, don't expect me to Let's Play these games either. If I think a game is interesting, I'll do a Let's Play of it. Simple as that. And telling me about games that I most certainly already know about is, to be perfectly honest, wasting your breath a little bit. So if you come out and say, hey, have you heard of Super Mario 64? It'd be a great game. Or, hey, have you heard of Donkey Kong Country? I think you'd enjoy it. Big name games like that I've probably already heard about. When I say I'm looking for interesting games, I'm talking about games that I would not have heard about otherwise. Games like The Adventures of Cookies and Cream or Engaged to Jabberwock, both interesting games that I would not have known about if not for the viewers informing me. And again though, I wouldn't expect a Let's Play of anything you suggest. That's mostly for me to determine myself, because if I want to do anything, I want to have fun while making these videos. Because to be perfectly honest, if I'm not having fun while I'm making these, the viewer probably isn't going to have much fun either. Let's see, something else to mention is I do not accept friend requests. Sorry about that. I get so many friend requests that if I approved every single one of them, they would really be pretty meaningless to me. So I actually withhold my friend list for people that I would actually consider good friends of my own. Something else to mention is if someone asks for me to be in a cameo in one of their videos, or they want to have a cameo in one of my videos, again, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to decline. I'm actually not a very social person, so I really don't get much enjoyment out of going out and meeting new people and trying new things and the like. So if I did any of that at all, first of all, I'd be opening the floodgates and I'd have to do it almost constantly, but on top of that, it's just something I really don't enjoy. Not that anybody should take that personally, it's just not something I like. Now, to a little more serious rules, and in that regard, these are things that I'm very much trying to cut back on because I know that it can discourage people from commenting on the videos. The first being, please don't explain basic game mechanics to me, or start a sky is not blue argument with me. Now, what I mean by these is I will actually have people explain to me halfway through a game that, oh, did you know this one button will send you back to the start of the whole area? Yeah, halfway through the game I like to think I figured that one out, and I try to bring a level of professionalism to these videos, so I generally know what I'm doing, though advice is appreciated. If I'm obviously being stupid about something, feel free to tell me otherwise, but I just go ahead and assume I know something unless I either ask a question or make a fool of myself, which is known to happen. Now, the sky is blue argument is just a little more on the trollish side. It's just starting an argument over something that's so petty as to be silly. Like if I make an innocent comment in a video that, oh, the sky is blue, how about that? And then someone decides to come in and say, no, you're wrong, because the sky isn't actually blue, and then they cite all these scientific things and make fun of me and crap. I don't care, I'll delete the comment. I try not to delete too many comments. In fact, the only comments I've really been deleting lately are spoiler comments. But if you ever find that your comment disappears and you are curious why, just ask me. I am more than happy to explain my reasoning to you. And then the final bit is Toho-related comments. And now, this is something that a lot of people have actually come on board since the incident, so to say, so I'll take a moment and explain this. About a year ago, I did a game called Toho Mother. In it, I mentioned that I am actually a reasonably big fan of Toho, to which I still am, to be honest. But it was after doing this, it almost felt like the entire Toho fan base decided to make its home on my channel. I got Toho-related comments saturating almost every fiber of the channel, to the extent that I think it was actually starting to harm the channel. Now, I've given warnings to kind of slow down and whatnot, but it never really works, so I had to actually put a full ban on Toho-related comments. One thing I've found about the internet is if you give anybody a foot, they will take a full mile out of it. So I've found with a full ban, I actually get kind of an appropriate number of comments. I'm not completely object, as long as it doesn't go overboard. We haven't seen much recently, though, so it's really not nearly as big an issue as it used to be. Another common question is our recording setup, how we handle the videos around here. and I'm actually in the process of kind of revamping the whole setup. But right now, what we do is to record off of the TV, to record off of an actual console, I use a Dazzle. The Dazzle records only the game video and the game audio. To record our commentary simultaneously, I use Cool Edit 2000, which is a very old program. You can't get it anymore. But I imagine a program like Audacity would probably do about the same thing. Now, to record Ogre and myself simultaneously, we are not doing netplay. We're not recording this over a Skype call or anything. We are actually sitting in the same room when we record. What we used to do is we each had our own headsets that we hooked together with a Y adapter into one mic jack, which worked out pretty well. We've since upgraded from there though, and now we just use a single studio mic that picks up both of us. I then load the video and our commentary together and combine them in Camtasia, where I export with the DivX codec set on the 720 HD profile. It gives me a file that's, for a 20-minute video, it'll be about 400 or 500 megs. Pretty good quality though. Now to record off of the computer, say an emulator or the like, I actually use Camtasia's built-in recorder, recording with the Xvid codec. I actually do my recording on Windows XP. I have a second hard drive just for recording, which lets me use stereo mix natively to combine commentary and game audio all in one. Now, one last thing I wanted to talk about some, and I actually have had a couple people comment about this, and it makes me feel really bad, that I actually have been a little bit ragey lately, and I do want to really apologize for that. I feel very much like I've distanced myself from the viewers. I remember the camaraderie, almost the friendship that I had ages ago, and anymore I feel as though I'm filled with rage on a constant basis, be it ranting about something in the videos or responding to the comments to the videos. So I'm doing everything I can to kind of tone back from that. I think maybe I'm getting a little burnt out. I'd like to go back to those good old fun times though. Which brings me to my final bit of business here. On Sunday, I am going on vacation for about a week, so there's going to be a week-long period of no uploads. Now, I was trying to think of a way to make it up to you guys. Because if I can't get a video up in a week, I feel bad about that. You guys are waiting for a long time. I was thinking maybe upload a whole lot of videos or something, and it hit me. On Friday, school's out by now, isn't it? I think it is. I am going to stream for 12 hours straight. I don't know exactly when I'll start streaming, probably noon Eastern Time. But I'm going to stream for 12 hours straight. I'll start off playing a couple games that I personally feel like playing through, but I will quickly open it up to requests, where I will play a game you guys want me to play. Every half hour, I will change games and get a full rotation in. Now, don't suggest anything in the comments to this video. When the time actually comes and it matters, I won't be checking the comments. Come to the stream with this information. Now, I'm not giving out anything on where and when the stream will be exactly right now, but as the date comes closer, I will post another video with that information in it, so just hold tight, you'll know soon enough. This will be a place everybody can go to, we can all have a blast, I can talk to all of you guys, you can ask me silly questions, and I can give silly answers. I'm hoping just to have a nice, good old fun time before I go on vacation. So that's about all I've got for you guys. Hope we have some fun in the future. Until then, everyone.